Hi guys, I'm Steph. Thank you so much for checking out my channel today. I have been loving this collection series. It's so fun just to kind of like go through, kind of like remember everything you have, and like I have quite a bit. If you haven't been following along with this series, I've done videos on my foundations, concealers, setting sprays, primers, and my lip collection. So there's going to be a playlist linked down below. If you love collection videos, then make sure you subscribe so you can see the rest of my collection. If collection videos aren't really your thing, then I have lots of other videos going up on my channel as well. Today we are going to be doing my bronzer collection. I don't feel like I have too many bronzers, so this is going to be like bronzer slash contour. To me, they're kind of the same thing. I realize like products are labeled contour, but I feel like I use them all the same way. So we're going to be getting into that today. Here is my bronzer and contour collection. Unlike other parts of my makeup stash that don't really have a lot of use, I have pretty much used every single product here except for one. So I definitely have a lot of reviews to give, and I definitely go through my bronzers, like cycle through them a bit more than I do my other products. So starting with my most used bronzer, this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have, I think, significant pan in it, and I wasn't even trying to hit it. I really enjoy this product. I think it just goes on so beautifully. It's a cult favorite for a reason. I have the shade Bronzer, and I don't think it goes on too harsh. I really love that you can build it up, and I really enjoy this bronzer. I think it's my favorite of all the ones I have. The other bronzer in my collection that I have pan on is the Hoola Benefit, and this is just the mini size, but it took me forever to hit pan on this. So it comes with a little itty bitty brush, and there's my tiny bit of pan. I find that this bronzer can be a bit more orangey, and I feel like I tend to go a bit more overboard with this one by accident than I do the butter bronzer. I feel like the butter bronzer I can never go overboard, and the Hoola, like, sometimes it can. The bronzer I'm currently devoting a lot of my time to is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. So I have 3 of these little Too Faced ones. They came in a little kit. Chocolate Soleil is the darkest. There is the swatch right there. I have been loving it for the summer just because it is a bit darker, but I definitely can go a little crazy with it sometimes. I tend to go pretty overboard with the bronzer, so when it's one that's a bit dark, that can be worrisome. Also from that little Too Faced collection, I have the Milk Chocolate. So this is just a little bit lighter than the Chocolate Soleil, and this is probably my shade like the majority of the year. And last in that little Too Faced set, we have Sun Bunny. So this is kind of like a dual pan, but both sides are very shimmery. So this definitely gives you a nice glow. I feel like it also comes off a bit more orangey. Not sure if you can see it there. So just a quick comparison between those 3 Too Faced bronzers. So you can kind of see all of them next to each other. So this is definitely probably the shade I would like normally have bought, but I'm glad I got all 3 in a set so I could try them all out. Though I tend to go for matte bronzers or ones that kind of have a bit of a sheen to them, I have this one here from Physicians Formula, the Happy Booster, that is actually quite glowy. So it has this gold heart in the middle, which definitely is like a lot of shimmer, but just the whole thing is just like, I'm not sure if you can see it on my finger, like this is just like straight up gold right here. So you can definitely do more gold if you focus on the heart, and then it can be a bit more bronzy if you focus on the outside. I tend to honestly just like swirl my brush all around to get a little bit of everything, and I love this in the summer for a glowy look. Another one I tend to gravitate towards in the summer, though I didn't really this summer, is the MUA Makeup Academy Sunkissed Bronze, and this is because this is just such a red tone bronzy color. So hopefully you can see there, it looks very red, so, and it's dark, so it's not really something I would wear all year, but in the summer when I think you want more of that sun-kissed glow, that like kind of burnt tan type of look, I think this is a beautiful bronzer. This little mini from Tarte is the Hotel Heiress, and I also feel like this one can be a bit more on the red tone side like that last one I showed you. So here is a swatch bit right here, and this was the MUA one, so you can kind of see they both kind of have that like redness to them. My last single bronzer is this e.l.f. Sunkissed Glow Bronzer, and this is actually brand new. I just took it out of the packaging, but I have finished 2 of these in the past. So for a while, this was like my favorite bronzer. I honestly think this does look different than the 2 I have originally panned, but I just loved it so much. It's just like this beautiful glowiness. It was honestly like the only bronzer I had for the longest time. There's a light swatch bit right there. It's definitely a very light one, glowy. I don't know if this is something I would love now. I don't think this could compete with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but this is definitely something I really enjoyed. That's why I had like gone through 2, had a backup of a 3rd one. So definitely want to start getting some use out of this because I do know I really love it. So I'm not one for face palettes, but I do have this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. when I do my inventory, I count each pan as like a separate number in my inventory. So this is like one highlight, one bronzer, one contour. And I actually just took this out of the packaging. I've never used it. I wanted it so badly and then just never touched it. This is the bronzer. It is like super dark. I definitely think the contour is more my type of shade. And then this is like a matte highlighting shade, so I'm not really sure what I would do with it. I feel like I could maybe use it to set under my eyes, but honestly it looks a bit dark for that. So just to see a quick swatch of them, there's the bronzer, the contour, and then the highlight. I feel like I'm going to show you guys the highlight again when I get to my highlighting video, but this contour is definitely like my type of contour shade. I really love that. This bronzer, I'm a little nervous, is like a bit intense. I would definitely have to go in with a light hand for that one. It definitely doesn't look as harsh on camera as it is looking in person. It's looking very like red toned and dark, but I definitely want to pull this out. I wanted it for so long and then I just never ended up using it. And so with that, kind of moving on to contour shades. So we had one in the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, and then we have this one in the Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Contour Duo, and this comes with the sculpting powder in medium. So this is it right here, just an itty bitty pan, but I initially thought this would be too dark. I know there's a light one, but for some reason this is the one that came in the Duo. I really wanted to not buy a full-size one, and I definitely think that if I shear this out and apply with a light hand, I can definitely get away with the contour. It doesn't look too dark despite my fairness. And my last two contour shades are actually these loose contour powders. So I got a Bella Pierre Cosmetics contour kit from Winners, like the equivalent of Marshall's, and it came with 2 contour shades and 2 highlighter shades, and it was like when I was first getting into makeup, contouring was like so big, I didn't know what it was. Anyway, so I got both of these. One is in the shade 2, one is in the shade 1. It just kind of varies the darkness. I don't really use them, but I think it's because I don't love loose products, and I'm kind of considering maybe like pressing these into something, or if I do repress a bronzer, maybe pressing a bit of these into it. But just to give you a swatch, so here we have shade 1, which is the lighter shade, and I definitely like the color of that bronzer. And then here, this is shade 2, definitely the darker shade, and I feel like that's definitely too dark for me. It also like just really packs a punch because, I don't know, I just feel like loose products really like, you pick up so much more and it can be like a little bit crazy. So I'm not sure what I would do with that, if I would mix it into something, or I don't know what. It's a bit much. So I haven't really utilized these. I'm not really sure how to. Not sure if they're worth keeping, but I feel like they're such little product that I could definitely get through it. They only have about 2.35 grams in them, and I have played around with them every now and then, so probably a bit less than that going on. I almost missed this compact. This is a duo blush bronzing powder from e.l.f. and this is just in their shade Fiji. Again, this is a product I have not used. You can still see like the plastic packaging on it. And to give you a swatch of that bronzer, here you go. It's looking like a very light, almost pinkish bronzer, if you see it right there. And that is all my bronzers. Not too many, but they take me a long time to get through, especially like those mini ones. You think they would take like less time to get through, but I feel like they take a long time. So even though it's not a huge collection, I still feel like I got a lot to work through. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye!